this is how we've been living the past few weeks. You know what, I'm very, very thankful that nothing in our apartment has gotten damaged. There's so many people here who have experienced a lot worse than just the hassle of having to cover everything and look at plastic every day. And honestly, I've gotten used to this, you know, seeing plastic everywhere, having to lift up a sheet to get into my underwear drawer every day. It's just kind of the norm now. But I'm still gonna be very, very excited when it stops freezing outside and we can take this off. And then we're gonna live here for like another month or so, and then we're gonna be moving. Not because of this, we were gonna move anyway, but I mean, now we're like really set to get out of here soon. This whole issue started a couple months back. The very first time, I remember the fire alarms went off after 3 a.m. It was like 3:30 in the morning, and I thought there was a fire, so I went and rushed to Leo's room, got his carrier, put him in, and he was so upset with me. We took him downstairs, Craig and I, and there was another cat down there, and the other cat was really happy. The other cat was like staring, looking around at everyone and sniffing, and he's like looking at Leo. Leo was not having it. He hates his carrier. He just wants to be out and about and free, I guess. I get it. If you heard any background noise, the heater was on. I turned it off. Also, my knees are like such in pain from kneeling on the hardwood floor. So I'm just gonna talk from up here. Sprinkler pipes have been bursting over the past couple months in our complex. At first, it didn't affect anyone's actual living space. It just had affected the weight room, the workout center, which sucks. It's terrible for the apartment complex, obviously, and the people who want to use it. A lot of things got ruined from the water leaking in. It's been closed for, I want to say, like the past month. There's a lot of renovating going on there. But then fast forward like a week or two after, I want to say, is when the pipes started breaking in people's actual living rooms and bedrooms. And the first couple of times it wasn't as scary for me because I didn't realize the magnitude of it. I thought that there were just like drips coming out of the ceiling. About 3 doors down from me on the second floor, I actually walked out into the hallway and just down a little bit. I didn't want to get in anyone's way. I saw that the door was open and water was gushing out of the door. I'm not exaggerating. It looked like a river flowing madly into the hallway, and it was coming into the carpeting and everything. People were rushing to get as much stuff out of the apartment as they could to try and save it because the floors were flooding. The water was coming down from the ceilings. The drywall from the ceiling was coming down, and there was a big hole I got to see after. One of our neighbors let me look in. And yeah, it was a big pile of debris on the ground. You could see the pipes from the ceiling. So basically that's why everything is covered here. We're taking precautionary measures. So if that were to happen here, hopefully we could save some of our stuff. We're not out of the woods yet because we're still having really, really freezing temperatures under 20 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's normally when this kind of stuff happens around here. And it shouldn't be happening because I live in a fairly new apartment complex building. I'm imagining that something went wrong when they were constructing this and they didn't check that the pipes were properly installed. Leo, are you hungry? Leo enjoys playing with this stuff. We have a game. He likes to go underneath the piano one right here, and he likes me to dangle a string in front of it and he'll push his paw through to try and get it. Please send positive thoughts, vibes, and prayers if that's your thing our way. So hopefully these next few weeks we get out unaffected, hopefully, and we can uncover our stuff, nothing leaks, knock on wood. I don't like to talk about these things beforehand because I think that I jinx them, but I want you guys to know what's going on in my life and why I'm not doing an apartment tour right now, and just, you know, kind of understand a little bit of what I've been dealing with these past few weeks. Not like it's like a huge stress or anything, having the plastic. The big stress is, you know, worrying about having everything get ruined and having to, you know, start over with most of the things. But something like this also can put into perspective what really is important that you have, because the very first things I rushed to save were pictures and drawings and just like original artwork pieces that I couldn't replace, you know, things that I really liked, like my Wreck This journal and certain crafts that I had made. Obviously my laptop, electronic files, hard drives, whatever, stuff like that. Honestly, there's so many things that I'm like, well, it would suck if they got ruined, but you know, they're just kind of here to look nice and they're not that important. So this experience, as weird as it is and stressful as it is, it allowed me to realize how thankful I am for the things that I do have here, for having a nice couch and furniture that matches and all this stuff, you know, nice decor on the walls and everything. It's nice to have, even though it's not necessary, but I really appreciate it. I mean, it's really boring to look at blank walls. Do I need pictures on the walls? No, but it's just so nice to, you know, wake up in that atmosphere and be able to have this kind of stuff. All right, I have to go grocery shopping now. I'm gonna head on over to Whole Foods and get some dinner stuff, homemade tacos. I'm pretty excited, one of my favorite meals ever, and a bunch of coconut water. Tons and tons of coconut water. Ow, my knees hurt so bad. Bye.